The Monetary Policy Committee of the Central Bank of the Gambia today convenes its quarterly review of economic and financial developments in the country. The Central Bank Governor said he highlights key economic indicators that inform the committee's decision.
The IMF, in its January 2021 World Economic Outlook, the WEO, estimates a global contraction for 2020 at 3.5%, 0.9 percentage points higher than projected in the previous forecast. This reflects a stronger than expected momentum in the second half of 2020 as countries adjust to the pandemic through medical interventions and various policy support measures across regions. In the advanced economies, contraction in output in 2020 was revised to 4.9% from 5.8%. The revision reflects the impact of expansionary policy measures adopted to moderate the effects of the pandemic, as well as the envisaged availability and rollout of vaccines. In 2021 and 2022, advanced economies are forecast to grow by 4.3% and 3.1% respectively.
He also says in the fourth quarter of 2020, the foreign exchange market recorded an excess demand of $5.27 million of the foreign currency.
In the fourth quarter of 2020, the foreign exchange market recorded an excess demand of $5.72 million of foreign currency, indicative of a pickup in economic activity during the period, as fears of the COVID-19 was allayed by the production and rollout of the vaccine. Volume of transactions in the foreign exchange market declined to $2.17 billion as at end December 2020, compared to $2.2 billion in the corresponding period of 2019. Both purchases and sales indicating supply and demand of foreign currency declined in the year to end December 2020.
On the banking sector development, Mr. Sedis says the sector remains fundamentally sound with high level of capital and liquidity.
The banking sector remains fundamentally sound with high level of capital and liquidity. On an annualized basis, total assets of the banking industry rose by 3.5% to $58.8 billion in December 2020. The risk-weighted capital adequacy ratio at 32.6%, higher than the statutory requirement of 10%, increased by 1.2 percentage points in December 2020. All the banks are adequately capitalized, with liquidity ratio of the industry at 94.4% in December 2020, 2.8% higher than the 2019 ratio, and well above the 30% statutory requirement. Non-performing loans ratio increased to 6.8% in December 2020 from 4.6% a year ago. The non-bank financial sector continues to play a pivotal role in extending financial services to most of the unbanked and underbanked population of the Gambia.
On the price developments, he says the consumer price inflation accelerated in January 2021 on significant increase in oils and fats, subcomponent of food prices inflation.
Consumer price inflation accelerated in January 2021 on account of significant increase in oils and fats subcomponent of food inflation. Headline inflation rose to 7.6% in January 2021 from 5.7% in December 2020 and by 0.2 percentage points from a year ago. Food inflation increased to 9.1% in January 2021 from 8.1% in the corresponding period in 2020. The rise in food prices is explained by the increase in all subcomponents of the food basket, except for a few. Non-food inflation, in contrast, declined to 6.1% in January 2021 from 6.8% in the same period last year on account of a drop in the prices of housing, water, electricity, and other fuels and communication services.
The Monetary Policy Committee of the Central Bank has now decided to maintain the policy rate at 10%, remains the required reserve as 13%, and the interest rate on the standing deposit facility at 2.5%, as well as the standing lending facility at 11.0%. The next Monetary Policy Committee meeting is scheduled for 26 May 2021. The meeting will be followed by an announcement of the policy decision on Thursday, 27 May 2021. Reporting for Kerr, Fatou, I am Buba Gajigo.